guys, this side of the full moon in Libra. Just wanting to check in to see how everybody's doing. These are going to be the energy updates for the week of approximately April 22nd through the 28th, 29th, give or take a little bit. I'm noticing I'm in and out of linear time a lot. It's really super cool, and that's really what we're supposed to be really focusing on, is getting out of the mind, getting into the heart, and becoming more in tune with the rhythms of nature again. There's nothing out there in technology that can replace the fulfillment and the balance that we get when we get out into nature, grounding and barefoot and getting in the elements. Nothing can replace that. I never knew the significance of being a tree hugger, and I've always been one. When I was a little girl, I climbed trees. They want to say, back then, tomboy or whatever, but really it wasn't. It was knowing what my vessel needed in my soul. So I've been doing a lot of reflecting on that, because collectively, whether you're awake, whether you're in the Ascension, Lisa Transcendent Brown explained it so eloquently, and she shared the difference between awakening and ascension. And the awakening is when everything seems to be crumbling around you, and the ascension is when you're integrating all of it into the light, into your heart. In the human vessel, when people are choosing to live out of the egoic mind and instead of the heart, there's a lot of projecting and hurts and this, that, and the other. And that's what this balance and this harmony and this justice was all about with the full moon in Libra. It's not justice because somebody got me and, you have to live in the mentality of revenge or competition. It's about justice within yourself. Because if we're still projecting and wishing harm upon anything, whether it be not recycling and polluting nature or blaming somebody for hurting us, we're still projecting. And the justice is supposed to be in here, within you, balancing the scales, knowing your divinity, yet choosing not to basically put yourself around people that hurt you. And that's how I really settled into my heart and realized the true meaning of forgiveness was for me. For me, not holding myself up in the utmost light, the divine light, the creator's spark of creator that we all are, I put myself karmically right into all these relationships that were the perfect mirror. So I used to be in a mindset of, you hurt me and you this, and no, it's I put myself in them situations. Learn from them, check them off. Getting back to what really matters, which is lifting each other up. And it's not easy breezy, and I'm going to say this too. It ain't airy-fairy to be into the heart. It's hard work, because all the illusions start crumbling. The relationships you think that are authentic start crumbling. The towers crumble. It's far from airy-fairy. It's quite frankly the very opposite. It's basically living like hell. So create good karma for yourself. Don't be concerned of what other people are doing. If you start carrying yourself in the utmost light, you're not even going to be around those people that project onto you and hurt you. So don't point the finger out there. Point the finger in here. Do forgive yourself, because each one of us, we can forgive ourselves, even though this is all an illusion. But playing out these karmic dynamics, that collectively, that is what we're walking away from. It's about living it and not walking it, and not continuing to talk it and not walk it. That's where true mastery comes in. It's not light and fairy. Let's look at the symbolism of Jesus Christ, Yeshua to me. He was persecuted for teaching like love and compassion, and he wasn't scared to say, line in the sand, your behavior, your egoic logical mind is not okay. I love you, but this is not acceptable. Forgive yourself for thinking that you were separate. There's anybody out there that thinks they don't have to forgive themselves, they're in denial. And when we know better, we do better. And so just want to touch a little bit. Where are you on that spiral? Are you ascending? Are you knowing better and doing better? And I always like visualize myself like in a round globe of pure light. And it ain't airy fairy. It's, I know my worth now. It took me 40 years. I lived in 40 years of hell. And the power was within me every step of the way. And I was in a lot of relations that they weren't authentic. And so I look at those and go, thank you so much for the lessons. I've finally, let's talk about it today because it is Easter Sunday and Beltane is upon us as well. Symbolically to me it's so beautiful because on the process of awakening, when all the towers were crumbling around me, relations and issue after issue after issue that put me into a dark night of the soul, I continued to just go within. I was quiet. I listened. I'm on this side of it now with this full moon in Libra, the second one we've had this year. It just really put everything into perspective. It is so beautiful. I'm rising like a phoenix meaning the old me, just like Jesus being resurrected. I'm laying the cross down. I'm focusing on the resurrection because I'm thriving. I'm not just surviving, I'm thriving. Finally. Symbolically, I was thinking about that within myself, and last year at the same time, I was in such darkness. And I look at that as being a death. I look back at it and think how hard it can be. And this can resonate with everybody. This is collectively, just think about the processes. And that's where I'm talking about getting back in touch with nature and that there's no technology out there that can replace this. We are made up of all four elements. Some are more prominent in our charts and our birth charts than others, but it's about balancing the four elements within you. Mother Gaia balances herself, replenishes herself with the four elements. Our bodies, we're spirit in these bodies. These vessels belong to Earth. We're oneness with her. Without God creating all of this, we wouldn't even be here. And so everything is connected. I'm focusing on resurrection, and I'm hoping that if you need any help, you can reach out to me. If you're still having trouble finding your soul's purpose, or if you're just going through a lot of hard things and the towers are still crumbling for you, reach out. Reach out in the comments. Keep going on the spiral. Keep going on this infinite. We're connected. The integration that we've from all of the light that's coming into this planet, which the Schumann is the heartbeat of Gaia, has shown us the frequency has changed. It's changing within us. Ascension symptoms, my goodness, could go from, I've experienced vertigo, I've experienced in and out of time, linear time. That's what they say about the new earth, old earth. Are you still playing on the old programs? Karma's old news, bad karma. It's time to finish it up. Don't get your hooks in by worrying about what other people are doing. And it's a process. If you're hurt, you're going to want to play into that maybe. Don't do it. Don't do it for very long. And if you do, don't stay there, because you're not going to move forward with this stuff. You can't go forward into new life and resurrection still holding on to all of the hurts, the traumas, even the hooks of being concerned with what people are saying to you, talking about you. Oh my God, and I couldn't share this if I didn't go through it myself. So releasing all of that and this integration of light, I'm telling you what, you can be noticing, oh my goodness, from I've experienced itchy skin. I had dots all over my solar plexus area where my skin is trying to integrate this. Your spine, it's in our DNA. God Creator never changes, but our connection with God Creator is very much so changing. So guess what? Be open to it. If you think you're manifesting and you think you're stepping forward into new light and, oh, I'm having a new life, you're not doing it without God, because we're always connected to God. We're co-creators. So Uranus and Taurus, I do believe Uranus moved into Taurus in May of 2018. And at that time, the biggest blow that had been building within me over 44 years was my solar plexus. And at that time, I finally was like, I had to have surgery. I tried to save that. However, all of my life as an empath, being taught to be a people pleaser, caused me to repress everything, not being able to speak my truth, speak my feelings, being shoved down. Just finally, if you're an empath or a sensitive soul, your abdomen, your solar plexus will speak loud and clear to you. So anyway, Uranus and Taurus, this is a 7-year cycle. This is about Uranus, what I believe is logic. Taurus is earth. It's very fixed. That is symbolically to me going, that was the darkest, that was the end of me coming out of the darkness, the authenticity. This is a path that I've been on full throttle since 2014. Time doesn't matter because it's linear anyway, but I'm just symbolically using that as a concept because there was a release in that. And after that, I was dealing with, I already went no contact with several people, and that is not, boundaries are not to build walls to keep people out. Boundaries are to know my self-worth, to you to know your self-worth. So like Jesus did, line in the sand with some people that did not want to bridge and be authentic. That's really about what this is about. What are you wanting to create in your new earth? It is a matter of feeling it in your heart. Because if you got your hooks playing in the past with karma, you're going on this never ending around the mountain thing again. I went from 2018 to the present. I've finally laid down the cross, which is beautiful and it's very symbolic for today being Easter. And I am now stepping into my true power, which is love, period, for all of us, which is being authentic. The people-pleasing days are over, but it's not in a haughty, naughty way. It's a matter of, no, I know my self-worth as a child of God, and I'm stepping into that. I laid down the cross of worrying about what other people think and say about me. It's carrying yourself in a whole new way. Anchoring that down into Taurus. We got a new moon coming up on May 4th. That's about new beginnings. Where are you at on the spiral? Like, where are you? Are you going, you know what? I feel refreshed. I feel rejuvenated. The Beltane, this is about fertility and fruition. This is about new life. This is about totally surrendering to all of the old programs, including the hooks, and bringing forth, you know, all of good things for the higher good of not just for yourself, but others as well. And this is where the hook of karma will get you playing in the same cycles over again. And for me, it's about heading into mastery. It's not no BS fairy bee crap. It is do your work. Don't get hung up on the other stuff. You're just going to reincarnate with people, even by just wishing them nasty karma. Don't have any thoughts on it. Don't worry about it. Drop that cross. It's not yours to carry. It ain't about revenge. And the true darkness is when you're being authentic and sitting in your stillness. Dropping down into the Christed heart that is in each every one of us. And to clarify, this was done forever ago. That's what the heck Jesus was here for. And we're still playing around in this karmic wheel of BS and fuckery, and it's time to let it all go. Don't be hooked by it. Uranus and Taurus it's about anchoring in what you want. What do you want in your heart? Not in monetary, not in superficial. Dropping out of that logical mind, getting back in touch with the rhythms and cycles of Gaia and nature. There's nothing that's going to replace that. Don't waste your time, keep going around the mountain with yourself. So, Creator Source, I just ask that we can have a beautiful message for this week ahead. We realize that time is linear, but this is going to be just general for the collective of what we can reflect upon. The new moon coming up on May 4th is in Taurus as well. So there we got Uranus in Taurus and new moon, new beginnings, guys. This is about taking care of yourself. That means taking care of nature, Pick up trash along the sides of the roads. Recycle. I do many things trying to be conservative, and there is no away. People need to realize throwing things away, there's no away. Just like the hurts that we've gathered throughout our life, you can't snuff them. In fact, sitting with them and sitting in the stillness and feeling all of them as deeply as I did, that's called dark. Dark isn't revenge on others or whatever, because if you're still pointing the finger at others with the whole karma thing or the blame thing, you haven't looked within yourself yet, because we all need to forgive ourselves. We start knowing better and doing better and holding ourselves up with the utmost love and light. You're not even around the vibration of those that are still choosing the logical mind. And I'm telling you, collectively, I don't have all the planets listed on that. The cosmos support us. I don't need astrology or this, that, or the other. If it's a vindictiveness, it ain't for me anyway. Never been that way. And I'm going to stop right there. Magic. We are true magic. I can say that right now. What have you surrendered to? Are you staying on the karmic wheel, or are you stepping into your own power and your own magic? I'm not saying that we're all connected on the egoic logical, but the creation, the universe is asking us to step out of the logical and into the heart, because that's who we are truly. That is the magic that we are. And we are all sisters and brothers. We're connected with not only each other, but all these beautiful trees. Every element of Earth is all connected. I'm not even going to read into that one. The second card that we got for this week is the Coyote. The coyote is the symbol of the sacred trickster, the one who provides detours for growth and understanding. By ensuring that things don't go as planned, the coyote brings the energy of divine deception to set you free from the shackles of what doesn't serve you. Sometimes it appears that you will get everything you want, only to find the coyote brings you the opposite of what you hoped for. The lessons offered by coyote may at first appear confusing, but they are most sacred and always for the highest good. If coyote calls to you, this is a time to pay special attention to detours and disappointments, as they are true test of faith. You have set your intentions and turned them over to the Great Spirit. Yet you find yourself lost and confused when it appears you are being led off course. Again, this to me is, are you out of the logical mind? Are you seeing yourself and others from your heart, or are you still choosing the division and the duality and the polarity out of the logical mind? Don't be fooled by it. Don't bite the apple and go playing backwards with karma, because karma's going to be an old deal here. And it's time to move forward. The Hunter. Card number 27, if 27 is significant to anybody. Before the dawn of agriculture, we hunted in the forest to feed our kin. The hunter never takes more than the village needs to survive, often only taking one creature. He is the master tracker who knows which path to follow. We just got this card, I do believe, a week or so ago, guys, if you want to play back to that. It's asking you to trust your own map. Your own map is in your heart. Be that one that's not taking more than you need. Rely on your own skills to traverse the forest. You are in the reach of your destinations. Do not follow the maps drawn by others, as they will not lead you true. Instead, become the map maker. Find your internal compass and use all your senses, including your common sense. Collectively, that's dropping us back into being our authentic selves. Yet again, asking us to balance within ourselves, asking us also, let's talk about this being on Earth, because we have Uranus in Taurus, which is Earth. We also have this new moon coming up in Earth, Taurus, which is my moon sign. I'm super excited about it. No wonder why I'm feeling so good with this last Libra moon, because I have set my intentions for a new life, and I've been through hell to get here, and I'm super excited to be able to share with you guys. I'm sharing to you guys from a heart to heart, been there, and I'm walking it, instead of you're right, I'm wrong. I don't see it that way. I'm just giving advice, and it's of the heart. It's not of my ego. It's not of my brain. I can disagree with people and still love them, and that's what they don't understand. It's very, very easy. The last card we got, the Sorcerer. This is the source of dark power. The Sorcerer represents the destructive aspect of human psyche and self-centered behavior that harms others. It symbolizes the unconscious beliefs and ideas that foster separation, conflict, and scarcity. Again, goes in hand with what I talked about at the beginning of the video. If you're still pointing out at others, and you're still of concern to what they're saying about you, and karma this, and wishing them not anything but love and well and peace, that doesn't mean you have to be around them, but it's holding you back. When the Sorcerer enters your circle, you're being called to look at how your beliefs around scarcity and self-centered fear manifest in your world. Examine the destructive part of yourself and the psyche that misuses and harbors feelings of resentment, vengeance, lust, greed, bigotry, or hatred. Perhaps you've harmed someone because of these dark tendencies. If so, all is not lost. You have only forgotten that all beings are interconnected and the universe is abundant. The Sorcerer arrives to challenge you to change your thinking. You're given a second chance. Correct your course and practice not blaming others for the darkness that lives within inside of you. Make peace with it and choose another way. So that's perfect. Like I said, darkness is all of the hurts that we have to sit in our stillness and scream if you have to scream. Cry if you have to cry. God, Creator, and the universe supports us right now. This time collectively, this ain't just for me sitting here. This is for everybody. And it's wanting us to anchor in what in our hearts. What earth do you want? Do you want one of peace, love, joy, abundance? Or do you want to still think that we're in competition with one another and that we're taking more than what we need from Mother Gaia, and getting back into the rhythm and cycle of that we are connected with nature. We're connected to all things, beings, anything that's alive. It's time, let's symbolically. A lot of people got in a pinch or whatever about a very well-known building that caught on fire, and I symbolically knew and intuitively knew that it was about what was created that went on. It was symbolic. It wasn't literal. It's not like I rejoiced that there was a fire, and I'm very thankful that no life got hurt. However, what's priority in your life? Are you wanting to create one with a new earth where there's love and acceptance and seeing everything as connected? Or are you still going to want to stay in to dabble with the old ways? And collectively, we're just being asked, It's time for good karma. Our connections changed with Creator. It's time to get back in tune with the cycles of Earth and honor her. I'm going to go this afternoon and do some more recycling and picking. I've been recycling and picking garbage up. Somebody's home burnt where we live years ago, and yesterday I was reflecting going, I just feels good to be out there picking and getting ready to take it to the recycling bin. At the same time, it was sad to me. There is no way. They had bulldozed it over the hill, and now that weather, the elements do what she does to rejuvenate herself, all of these humans' trash is being exposed. It was a house that burnt here, so I'm picking it up because I don't even know what year it was that it happened, but I'm just now, the elements are taking care of it, and it's being exposed to me. What kind of earth do you want to create? Our children deserve a better, well taken care of earth and planet. And there's not one single thing out there that can replace what nature does for us. Gaia supports us collectively. That's what Uranus and Taurus is also symbolically of. And let's start it out with this new moon right after Beltane. New moon in Taurus. What is it that you want to see here in this earth? What is it that you want to put into fruition so that when your vessel is gone and you're back with spirit again, what are those left behind going to have from you? A bunch of trash? A bunch of unresolved karma? Or is it going to be beautiful and love and light and picking up anything that's for the higher good? So whatever you can do to start, think about in your heart what you want to anchor in. If you want to stay, your free will choice, that's what God gave us free will for. You have the choice to stay on the karmic cycles, or you can be the one that steps forward, heals that, each process, and move forward with the new earth. That's where I'm headed. And I'm hoping that I have a lot of sisters and brothers that choose that as well. So have a very blessed week. A lot of powerful times right now. It's so beautiful. I feel so resurrected. I don't look at the crucifixion anymore because I'm on this side of all the hurts and the cycles, and I'm really stepping forward into the oneness that I am with you, that I am with myself, what I am with Gaia, and balance all four elements within you. Let go of all the fuckery and just step into your true authenticity, because power is love and forgiveness. Blessings to you all. Namaste, and see you soon.